Welcome to your weekend focus for July the 22nd, the 23rd, and the 24th, 2016. My name is Tilly, and this is Tarot with Kelly. And before we begin, thank you. Thank you truly for all of the loving, supportive, positive energy you send my way each and every day. Thank you so much. I do send it right back to you. Wishing you all the abundance and happiness and joy in your path forward. Absolutely. Now, let's see what this weekend brings for us. The sun goes into Leo. So, the sun is ruled by Leo, so the sun feels very powerful. So, we should be feeling powerful and more confident. Absolutely. I think the big, one of the big squares that is happening, it's Saturn and Neptune. I had one left behind just to make sure it was on top. Here I am saying we're going to be so confident, feeling good, and then the Nine of Swords comes up as our first card. And the Ace of Swords. Oh, well, that's actually a very good sign, in fact. And then we have the High Priestess. So yes, it is going to be a wonderful, strong weekend. Maybe not as we start out the weekend, but definitely by the weekend's end, we will be feeling powerful, strong, confident, loving life, looking for the love in life, the compassion in life, the joy in life, using our words as a strength, as an empowerment. Remember, Mercury is still in Leo. Venus is still in Leo. And we have three. Woohoo, we have three. Three discovery. So three is our creativity. Discovering our creativity, what we can do with our creativity, how we can be more creative in our passions and our dreams and our desires. Let's start at the beginning, though, because we have the Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords is worry, confusion, sadness. Now, with the Nine of Swords, you know, this is where we make a mountain out of a molehill. The little things that bother us get underneath our skin, and it festers. You ever get a splinter underneath your skin and you can't get it out, and boy, oh boy, you know, give it a day, how much that little sucker hurts. Because it just festers in there. It's just a little tiny splinter in your finger. But allow it to manifest in there. And you'll feel like you want to get your finger chopped off. Like, get it out. Cut it away. I don't care. Just get the splinter out, for goodness sakes. So if you just put your finger actually in a little bit of vinegar, your skin prune up and it'll pop right out. So it doesn't have to fester. Same thing with our thoughts. They don't have to fester into something greater than ourselves, where we're blaming ourselves for every little thing that's ever gone wrong in our life, where we feel that we are the cause. We deserve the bad luck. We deserve not getting what we want. We deserve our dreams going up in smoke. Because I did this and I did that, and oh, there was that time I could have done this and I didn't. And so we lay awake in bed at night and we think of all the horrible things that make us just the worst person in the world. We can truly be our worst enemy when we want to. So you need to get a hold. Remember, these are your thoughts. So you drive your thoughts to the destination that you want them to arrive at, that you are deserving. You know, you think of something that you did that you're blaming yourself for, or you're in this position because you said this or did that. Say, well, I'm only human. Proved I was human again. I'll know not to say it next time. I'll know not to do it next time. I've received the wisdom. I'm ready to go forward. That is in the past. It is behind me. The future lays before me. And then we have the Ace of Swords saying just that. Now we have the hawk and the eagle, so it's a balance of the male and female energy, so we are strong. We're feeling more confident. We're feeling like we can go forward. And I think that has a lot to do with the sun going into Leo, giving us that confidence, and Venus already being there, and Mercury already being there. It gives us that confidence, it gives us that voice, it gives us, I would think that exercise, physical activities, would bring out even more empowerment in us this weekend. So get out there and do something. Get your family together and, kick a ball around or throw a frisbee or go and fly a kite together. Do something. Do something that's physical. Go for a walk. Go for a hike. Rent canoes or kayaks. Take off down a creek. Explore the world. With that, and I don't see that in the cards, I just started rambling there of all the things that you could do to get a little bit of exercise. Get out there in the sun. Enjoy yourself. Hopefully the climate agrees with you that you can do that. The sword can represent things that we need to cut out of our life, and we see what needs to be cut out of our life. I think with Saturn and Neptune in that square, Saturn is showing us exactly what doesn't need to be in our life, what is weighing us down, where we have been disillusioned, where we have been wronged. We see what's wrong in our path. We see where we have been putting the energy in the wrong place. We use that sword and we say, no more. And there's a strength and a determination. So I think this weekend we kind of get that aha moment, or we get that epiphany of something that has really been working against us. And maybe we have been too busy or in a state of confusion, or our thoughts have been pulled in so many different directions that we haven't had time to really think about what has been pulling us down, what has been weighing us down, what has been stealing our energy. But we see it now. And we use that sword to cut it out. We use that sword to draw a line in the sand and say, no more. This is where I draw the line. This is where we start delegating out our responsibilities and obligations that were never ours to begin with. This is where we don't allow somebody to treat us like a second-class citizen. This is where we get very strong in our opinions of what is morally right in this world. So expect to see that probably through Facebook, all the posts of people standing up and saying, you know what, I don't agree with this practice. I don't believe that we should be doing things this way. I don't believe that we should support this or not support that. And then we have the High Priestess. Well, the High Priestess brings in this, well, here's your epiphanies. She taps you into that wisdom, that higher thought. So this is definitely a weekend to follow your intuition, your gut feelings, those little sparks of imagination that come. Remember, we've got 3 discovery here. Discovering who we can become, discovering the wisdom within us. I think the Wednesday and the Thursday was a lot about discovering things that actually gave us wisdom that we didn't acknowledge as something that gave us wisdom, but we just viewed it as a hardship or a sorrow or a chaos in our life. And now we're seeing the fuller picture. Now we're seeing how it's brought in a sense of intelligence in our life that we didn't possess before. To grow our dreams, to step into the beauty of tomorrow. She is the spiritual magic. If this is love relationships, this is passion. This could be lust. So in our dreams, our goals, our desires, passion. Pure potential for passion. And then we have discovery 3. So our courage. Our courage to be honest with ourselves about what has been pulling us down, even if we don't want to look at it, even if we don't want to see it. We're going to be, well, it's going to be so that we can't look away. So look it in the eye. Understand it for what it is. See what God, your angels, your spirit guides are trying to show you. Trying to bring your attention to it. So that you can move past it. So that you can leave it in the past. So that you're not taking unwanted baggage forward with you. And I see that full moon there, and we just came off of a full moon at the beginning of the week on Monday or Tuesday, I believe it was. Maybe Tuesday. So we are still releasing the baggage. And I think this weekend is a very strong weekend for it. You know, I didn't even get, yes I did. I just did it. Let's see what our angels have to say. I thought, oh, I didn't do a fallen angel, but I did. I just put it down. Maybe I'm supposed to do another one. Maybe that's what, because I meant to go right for that deck again. So let's do that, because I always listen to the higher voice. Problem is I run out of room here. Oh, 26 exhaustion. 26 is our empowerment. 6 plus 2 is 8. That's our empowerment. So our empowerment comes through understanding what has been taking the energy from us, exhausting us, making us feel depleted, making us feel like we don't have enough energy or enough hours in the day to do what we need to do, to face the conflicts in our life, to face the chaos, to work a plan so that we can move through the energy, past the energy, beyond the energy. So I really think that this is tapping into our empowerment of seeing what is actually pulling us down, depleting our energy, making us tired, making us feel like we can't fight anymore. Because it has been a long, hard energy for us, hasn't it? So, we'll put him right there, and we'll go back to our angels now here. Our Power Angels by Doreen Virtue. That was Fallen Angels. And the first deck here is Legacy of the Divine Tarot. So we have the Queen of Gabrielle. You can do anything right now. Go after what you want. The ability to attract helpful people. Almost you don't even need to talk about that card, do I? Look at the balance she has there in her life. Look at that feeling of security, of self-confidence. She's brimming in it. You can do anything you want. And I think that we are going to get those aha moments. We are going to get those epiphanies on exactly how to move forward in the right directions. We have the Knight of Raphael. Committed romantic relationships, being swept off your feet, situations or topics that make your heart flutter. You know, I kind of got that with the High Priestess. If there's romantic relationships either starting or maybe a new spark in an old relationship. Committed romantic relationships, being swept off your feet, situations or topics that make your heart flutter. So for those of you in a relationship or looking for a relationship, this is like your knight in shining armor, or you could be the knight in shining armor. Your eyes meet from across the room or across a busy street. Don't look away. Have a cup of coffee. See where it leads. Keep it light. Keep it simple. Peace. Release the past. There is a more enriching future coming. Let go and let God. That message needs to be heard. Because I have been saying for, especially the last couple of days, I've been hammering at home, release the past. Let go of it. Forgive yourself. You are deserving. You are beautiful. You are worthy. but it's the past that we hold on to, and it's usually the negative parts of our life. I mean, if you have a past that's wonderful and full of laughter and joy, that's not the past we're releasing. It's the sorrow, it's the tears, it's where you don't think you were good enough or strong enough or said the right thing or did the right action, or where you had the opportunity to say or do something and you decided not to, you decided to walk away. That's called being human. So if you have the power to change it going forward, wonderful. But don't linger on something that is already done. Take the wisdom from it. And if it's something that's hurtful in your life, let go and let God. Just say, God, my angels, my spirit guides, universe, please take this burden from me. Help me move past it. There is a more enriching future coming. That's so true. We have the Ace of Michael, a wonderful new idea, and I keep saying the Epiphany is coming. Don't allow bumps in the road to hinder your progress. Clear up communication problems with others. Our voice is strong because Mercury is in Leo. So clear up communication problems. If somebody didn't get it, maybe you tried to explain something, they didn't get it, make sure they got it. Go back, revisit the conversation. Make sure they're clear on exactly what you're trying to tell them. Or if you didn't understand what somebody was saying to you, go back and say, could you say that one more time, because I really didn't get it all the first time around. I want to be clear. I want to understand. A wonderful new idea. Don't allow bumps in the road to hinder your progress. That is so much like our first card here, where we let this little bump in the road completely bring us to a standstill. Don't allow that to happen in your life. Know you'll get through it. If it's really hard, let go and let God, and work on the things that you can in order to go forward. Ace of Michael, what a strong card. Was that 4? That's 4. Oh, the moon. The opportunity to improve your plans, listen to your intuition for accurate guidance, face your fears, and grow stronger. And yes, like I said when I held up, they all get buried here. Discovery, the lion. Don't try and turn away from it. Look it in the eye. Come to a resolution and move forward. Face your fears and grow stronger. Understand the empowerment and strength you take away from situations, and not how it depleted you in some way, because it really never depletes you. That's just your mindset. It empowers you. It empowers you to think differently, act differently, do differently, be differently. The opportunity to improve your plans. I really do think that epiphanies, the aha moments, are going to start coming to us this weekend. Listen to your intuition for accurate guidance. Tap into your wisdom. Absolutely. That's 5, and let's get out our higher intuition cards, because it is the weekend and it wouldn't be a reading without the higher intuition cards. And see what wise animal comes out to give us a little bit of piece of magic. A little bit of magic. And wisdom. Understanding and clarity. And we have, well, the elephant, go the extra mile. And he came up, I think, earlier this week. Did he not? And I liked him. I liked him a lot. Go the extra mile. The nurturer, productive, communicate, telepathy, and listen. The purpose of life is not to be happy, but to matter, to be productive, to be useful, to have it make some difference that you will have lived at all. So the purpose of life is not to be happy, but to matter, to be productive, to be useful, to have it make some difference that you will have lived at all. And so often, you know, we look back through our chaos and we think, oh, those were such sad times, hard times. I wasn't happy. Well, we're not meant to be happy all the time. When we cross over, we get to the other side, that's when we get to be happy all the time again. Here we have to learn lessons, grow our wisdom, evolve. Elephant reminds you that when you feel like quitting, it just means that you have some extra steps to take. Many times people set goals and stop in the middle of them, frustrated, but Elephant motivates you to keep going. It could be an exercise program, a new skill that you want to try, or a friend that you have been meaning to call. Elephant teaches us that being gentle, having commitment, and clear communication can help in our relationships. On the outside, Elephant looks just like an intimidating creature, but she is actually a nurturer, wanting everyone to succeed and feel protected. Elephant is also very telepathic, and with a sixth sense, can feel the energy around her, or him. With friends, families, even strangers, she senses danger and responds accordingly. Elephant reminds you where you are needed and how to get a good feel for it. The words may not be spoken. Although elephants are large and heavy, they walk noiselessly and with much grace. Elephant gives you subtle hints that you are needed. Listen to the warning signals of all your senses. And it's so true. You know, you start to go, you know, you ever been walking down the road and something's told you to just quicken your step, or you've been driving and all of a sudden you're like, nah, take a left here. I don't want to take a left here. Take a left here. That's your intuition kicking in. That's your higher wisdom. That's your angels and your spirit guides and God saying something around you is putting you in jeopardy. Pay attention to your senses. You walk up to somebody, you ever get that vibration? Because we all have an aura around us. You ever pick up somebody and they jump into the car and you go, ooh, what's wrong with them? They didn't say a word. It was dark. You couldn't even see them, but you knew. You knew because of their vibration. You knew because of their energy that something was the matter. So pay attention to what your body is telling you. Get in tune with your gut feelings, with your intuition, and pay attention to them and listen to them, and they'll always guide you in the right direction forward. And until we meet again, remember, I do love you.